Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been doing a lot of tags lately. I promise I'm going to be doing different things, but my partner is currently asleep and I don't really want to wake him up. We're just going to be doing another tag. This one is the MCU tag. In case you didn't know, I am a huge fan of Marvel Comics. I am a huge comic book fan. So I decided to do something based on the comics because I can't find a tag about the comics themselves, so I have to do this. So let's jump right into this. Question number 1: how were you introduced to the MCU? I, like I said, have been reading comics since I was like 6. Big fan. Marvel has always been what I'm more into. Like, I like DC Comics, and there are certain heroes and certain stories that I really, really enjoy. But Marvel, like, the whole universe is bigger to me. It's better to me. I like the villains more. I like the heroes more. I like the anti-heroes more. It's just been more my thing. But there are some characters in the DC universe that I think are just better or have better stories, better characters, better writing. But that's not neither here nor there at this point. Um, but I've been a big fan of all of these characters for years, decades. So at this point, 20 years. Oh, that's scary. Um, so when they were getting movies, of course I was going to watch them. I didn't start with Iron Man because Iron Man wasn't really my biggest um, favorite character. I did start with the Avengers, um, and then went back to watch the Iron Man films after that, and then also the Hulk, which, you don't have to watch either version of it if you don't want to. They're not fantastic by any means. They're not awful, I don't think. They're just kind of like boring, which is kind of a crime. Alright, question number 2. Uh, what's your favorite Marvel film? Ooh, okay. I have two. I have two. Number 1, we'll go timeline wise, and that is Captain America the Winter Soldier. That's the second Captain America film, and that is the film that we focus on the Winter Soldier. And yeah, I might like the Winter Soldier a little bit. Bucky Barnes is a very good character in the movies. So good, in fact, that they changed up the character in the comics to more align with the character in the movies. Really, really good. Really good character. And then the second movie is Thor Ragnarok, which I don't think is an unpopular opinion. I think many people think that that is one of the best movies in the entire series. Controversially, I think Endgame and Infinity War are not that good. Fight me. Yeah. Next is number 3, top favorite Marvel character. Okay, if we're just talking MCU, ooh, I really, really like Wanda if you ignore the complete 180 her character does from Multiverse of Madness and WandaVision. If we ignore that, I think Wanda's really good. Specifically, both both versions of that character are really good, but they completely contradict each other. So, but I really enjoy WandaVision, so I think Wanda from WandaVision is one. Loki, of course, especially with the Loki series, really developing that character. Daredevil, now that he's finally in the MCU, of course I can say my boy. The tattoo is covered, but it is right there. Daredevil, of course. Now, if we're talking comics, we're going Daredevil. We're going Lorna, Polaris. We're going Gwen, Spider-Gwen specifically, so Ghost Spider. Gwenpool's also great. There are so many incredible characters in the comics that I can talk about, but yeah, MCU wise, I would definitely say Daredevil, Loki, or Wanda if you exclude Multiverse of Madness or exclude WandaVision. you have to you have to pick like one of her storylines because they're so contradictory. You can't have both of them. Yeah, so those three. If you were transported into the MCU and had to trade places with one of the superheroes, who would you choose? Hmm. I had to trade places with one of them. Who's got the best life as of right now? 2026. Who's got the least amount of drama going on? Hmm. I mean, if I could trade places with Peter Parker, that is, Spider-Man, right now, right after like everything changed in No Way Home, and everyone's mind is like completely blank of who he is, and just go from there. you know, like completely start anew. I'd have his powers and I'd have my own life, basically, because no one remembers who Peter Parker is or who Spider-Man is. So I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about MJ. I don't have to worry about Ned. I don't have to worry about like anyone else getting in my way. I can just be whatever I want while being Spider-Man. Seems like a good place to be. Because I wouldn't have any emotional connection to MJ or any of these characters that Peter would. I'm just switching places. I'm not taking all of his memories, am I? Because that would change it. But yeah, Peter. Not Quill. I don't want to be Quill. Quill sucks. In the MCU specifically. What are some of your favorite quotes from the films? I don't I don't know if I have like favorite quotes. I'm not a quotes kind of person. Like they're just not my thing. I don't know. Not a quotes person. Um, what are some? Oh, I'm reading the same question again. Uh, which crew would you want to be part of? Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Revengers? If I could remember what the Revengers were, that would probably help. Let me do a little quick search because I don't remember. Oh, okay. That's what Thor called them. Okay, that includes Loki. That yeah. Okay. Maybe them just like be part of like Loki, Valkyrie, Hulk, Thor team. Avengers. Half of them are dead or not? Question mark. This is coming out before Doomsday, so no real clue. But those trailers are looking pretty sus. We're gonna be rewriting the timeline a little too much here, guys. I'm scared. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Guardians. Never really have been. They're fine in the comics, but they're not my favorite. The movies are okay. I did not like 3. That's probably an unpopular opinion as well. Um, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, not good. It was on like the same level as Thor: Love and Thunder for me. Just not great. Like Adam Warlock's a good character in the comics. Just kind of meh in the movies, like they didn't really do anything with him. Anyways, uh, favorite and least favorite ship. Favorite and least favorite ship. Least favorite ship is probably Thor and Loki. Anything that's like, illegal. I don't like. Not a big fan of Bruce and Natasha. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Favorite ships though. When Yelena and Kate Bishop ships were going around, they weren't bad. As long as people were remembering Yelena's face. Um, those are fine. Any queer ships like that are usually good. Loki with like anyone, anyone that's not Thor, usually pretty good. Cap and Buck, obviously, those are very well known. Falcon and Buck, or other Cap and Buck, yeah, those are all good. The least favorite and favorite villain. Okay, where we are talking MCU here. So favorite villain, if we're still counting Loki as a villain, it's Loki. I also think Bullseye is a great character. Hate Bullseye. If he was a real person, I'd despise him, but the writing is impeccable for both Bullseye as a character, and he terrifies me. So Bullseye, yeah, I think those are probably the two biggest ones that I really like. My least favorite, I would have to go with like some poorly written characters. So like let's do Gore, the God Butcher from Thor: Love and Thunder. Who else? Who else do I not like? The way they did MODOK, awful, absolutely horrendous. Unpopular MCU opinion. I've been sprinkling those throughout this whole thing. So not unpopularly, not been digging the last, multiple years of the MCU. Thunderbolts was fine, obviously. I think most people are in the sense that it seems to be picking back up. Born Again was great for the most part, other than, all of the issues with the writing of it, having to be completely rewritten, redirected, everything, completely scrapped and done over. From like the rushed standpoint, I think they did really good. The last two episodes were the only episodes that were fully written by the new writers, and I think those were the best episodes of the season, except for, okay, that's a lie. I lied right there. I actually think the final episode is pretty weak because they're trying to set up so much for season 2, and I fingers crossed, because season 2 will be coming out like really soon. Hopefully. But like the way they had to like rush that ending wasn't great. But the episode before that and the one before that were freaking incredible. Everything surrounding Bullseye was so good. Matt getting freaking shot. Oh my god, it's so good. Anywho, so those are not unpopular, I don't think. What is unpopular right now? What can I say where people are gonna be like, ooh, that's not good? Not unpopular, I don't think, but I don't think the MCU is ready to have Miles or anything to do with Spider Saga at this point. I don't think we need like any of the Clone Saga either, so no Ben Reilly, no Scarlet Spider, sadly. I don't think Tom Holland has grown enough as Peter to be a mentor to Miles yet, because in most things, Miles is trained by Peter before becoming Spider-Man himself. Or, they both are Spider-Man at the same moment while Peter's training Miles. And then usually Peter will end up passing and Miles will take over. But I don't think Tom Holland's Peter Parker is at that point yet. They could absolutely do it with like an Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire's too far moved, I think. But it would be cool to see like an older mentor Peter, like actually like older mentor, like the Sony Into the Spider-Verse movies have done. Like that's really good, like an actual proper like middle-aged Peter Parker teaching a teenager Miles Morales everything he needs to know. I think those were great. To do that in the live action, I think would be pretty cool. I don't know if any of this is unpopular. I'm not a hater of Tom Holland Spider-Man, but I'm also not a lover. I'm an Andrew Garfield um, not hater either. But Tobey is who I grew up on, and I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was the most accurate in depictions of Peter and Spider-Man. Andrew is fantastic. I love Andrew as a person. I love Andrew as an actor, and I think he was really, really well cast in that role as well. Tom Holland, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say yes or no. He definitely was looking the age more than Toby and Andrew did. That's about all that I can say. He's a great actor, and I really enjoyed the second movie. Okay. Here's my unpopular opinion. I did not like No Way Home. Love the cameo from Daredevil, obviously. Um, I really like the return of the boys. I liked Goblin. I did not like the story. I did not like how much they were just spoon feeding like cameos and fan service to people, and like there was no actual release story and like pushing the story that Ben was supposed to have with Peter onto Aunt May. Hated that. Like I did. It was so lacking. It was just like meant to be like a conglomerate of like fun moments of fan service, and that seemed to be all it was to me personally. I've seen it 3 times. One was on purpose. The second one was my nephew wanted to see it, and I took him to see it because like I don't hate the movie. It's just absolutely nowhere near my favorite. Far From Home is my favorite out of the trilogy we have so far. Brand New Day or Brave New Day or whatever the hell it's called is probably going to be really good. I mean, fingers crossed. I don't know. I think we're getting Gwen, I think, is what's happening. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Another thing, if we're going to be talking like spider people, Spider-Verse things, they could bring in Silk. They could bring in characters like that don't have a direct connection to Peter right away. I think that would be pretty cool. But that's just a me opinion. Okay. That was enough rambling, I think. I don't think anyone's going to care about this video, and I do apologize. What was your favorite Stan Lee cameo? It is the first Deadpool cameo where Stan Lee is in the strip club. Love that. Love that cameo. Really, really good. So stupid, but it's probably my favorite one. Or, which one is it where he's a janitor? Is that Amazing Spider-Man? I think it's Amazing Spider-Man where he's the janitor. Anyways, those are my favorites. This has been a very long, very rambly video, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna do the YouTuber thing and say if you like the video, please like the video. Subscribe if you feel like it, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.